Welcome to another installment of Columbia Express Yourself. I'm your host, Yolanda Iman. With us today, we have Charles Curtis, professional musician, actor, director, and playwright. Thank you for being here today with us, Mr. Curtis.
So wonderful being here.
Now, at what age did you get started with your profession?
Well, I feel like I've been in this industry for a lifetime. One of my earliest memories, or actually memories that I found out, is I was 2 or 3 years old, jumping around the house and singing that theme song from Coming to America. That, hey, can you see I'm coming to America? So, I've been in this industry for a lifetime, it feels like. But professionally, I've been performing ever since I was 12.
Now, what inspired you to choose this career path? What was your aha moment?
If I could just name one aha moment, I would have to say it was watching the NBA Finals that year that Whitney Houston sung it. And it was at that moment that I saw her just singing away, and I looked at the TV and I pointed at her and said, you know what? That's the thing that I want to do. And so, I've been doing it ever since.
On your Facebook page, I saw a posting that said, success comes in a can, not a can't. What does that mean to you?
Well, to me, being able to say I can do it every day is the thing that will propel us forward. It's the thing that drives us. It's the thing that keeps us moving. The thing that, that says, I may not have the money right now. I may not have the success right now. I may not have the Oscar right now. But you know what? I can and not I can't. Because at the end of the day, we have a choice. And that choice is to say either I'm going to do it or I'm not. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to do it. Whether I fail, whether I fall on my face, whether I fall on my behind, I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great on the way down.
Have you ever had an I can't moment?
I've had a couple of moments to where I might have thought for just the briefest moment that I couldn't do it. But at the end of the day, it was my family. At the end of the day, it was my friends and all of my great fans and people that I've met along the way that have told me that I can do it. And so I know that it's not me that I'm just working for, but I'm working for my family. I'm working for my friends, and I'm working for these great, amazing actors that I work with. So the can't moment, not really.
Besides friends, family, and just having a passion for what you do, what else motivates you?
The thing that I think that motivates me the most is that when you're actually working with an artist, or when you're working in a show, and you see how you've been working for months and months, and you've been working for weeks on this one little part, and then it all kind of pieces together. That's the thing. Those are the moments that's magic. When you see it on stage, and you're just looking and you're just in awe. And you can ask any of my actors. There have been some times to where they'll be acting a scene and I'll just start screaming, yes, 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 that's exactly what I wanted. Because it's those things when you get to see it from concept to all the way into production. It's those kinds of things that are just like, wow, I did that.
Still stupid, I see. Chris, hold up.
Chris, you've been gone for more than a week.
Trish,
and
Trish, can you give me Chris a second? Just let me talk to him for a moment. It won't take but 2 minutes, I promise. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hey, bro. Bro, how you been?
Living, working.
Yeah, I know. Man, what's going on between you and Trish?
We just got some stuff that we need to work out on our own. We'll be all right, though.
Man, I hope so. Camille needs both of her parents.
Yeah.
Chris, I came by to talk to you about something.
Okay, what's up?
It's official police business.
Okay.
Chris, have you been following the news the past couple of days?
Which part?
The part about the serial rapist that was killed during the standoff with the police.
Nah, and what is this about anyway? You said you needed to talk to me about something, so what is it?
Chris, I know what happened.
You don't know anything.
Man, I do. Man, I know that he came here and stalked your family for weeks. I know he also came here and made you say and do things to him.
You need to leave. Now, ain't none of that shit happened to me. You hear me? He may have been stalking to me, but ain't none of that happened. Listen, I sent Camille and her friends, I watched the game, had a couple beers, an uneventful Saturday night.
You can tell that story as many times as you want, but it's not going to change what happened to you that night that you dozed off. Man, it's not going to change that he climbed through your window, held you at gunpoint, made you say and do things to him.
Get out. Now. I told you ain't none of that shit happen. My man is intact.
Okay. Whatever you say, Chris. After all you've been through as a personal favor, I came out to talk to you. Man, since he's dead, there's no trial. Since there's no trial, there's no need to testify.
I don't need your handouts. And I don't need to testify to shit to you. I told you ain't none of that happened.
Tell our viewers at home about your most recent project, Nothing Happened.
Whew, nothing happened. Nothing Happened was a commissioned work by Winthrop University's Council of Student Leaders. They called me one day and said, hey, can you write us a new show? And so that's what I did. And this show, I think, stretched me a little bit more than the rest of them that I've ever written because it was so different. When Winthrop University called me, they said that they wanted a show that had rape, suicide, and domestic violence in it. And they wanted it all in one act. And so, I mean, it was just really hard trying to mush all of those really heavy details into an hour and 15-minute show. And so when they first told me, I said, are you sure this is what you want? And they said, yeah, can you make it work? And I said, well, I'll try and see. And so in kind of thinking about the concept for this work, I decided that we were going to do things a little differently so that a woman wouldn't be the victim this time, but a man. A heterosexual married man. And so, in trying that, it stretched all of us. It stretched even myself, It took me a lot longer to write the show than it's taken me to write any show. Because I had to go into kind of these deep, dark places and think about how a man would feel, how a man would act, how would his family react to it, how would his family respond even around him. I mean, there's a scene in the show where it's after the attack, and so everyone's kind of talking about this serial man rapist that's going around raping guys, and he's just having to sit there and not say anything.
Okay, Rob, so are you working on any interesting cases?
Not really. They're all pretty boring, except for this one, but even I still can't believe it. There might be a serial rapist on the loose.
Are you serious? Well, is there any evidence? Any leads? What's his MO?
Are the women okay? Miss Line or the SVU. He can't divulge details like that about an open case.
Thank you, babe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, girl, I tell you. How about there's a man running around town raping men?
What? Raping men? They're gay men, right?
No, baby. He's raping straight men. He stalks these men, finds out their habits, and waits till their families are gone to attack.
Nothing Happened is the story of Chris Paul, a married, devoted husband and father. And after his attack, he tells himself that nothing happened. He tells himself that he's just going to clean himself up, clean this situation up, and forget it all happened. But he can't, because it happened. And while people say little things and little remarks and little noises and sounds, they all kind of trigger these memories. And so we're literally watching his whole life kind of fray around in the seams. And it's a really cool show, despite the fact that it's a really difficult show. And it was a joy and a pleasure to work with Winthrop University again. And I hope to have continued success with them. This is actually the second show that I brought to their campus in a row. And so I'm looking forward to doing some more work with them.
Now, is there a message that you would like to convey through your plays to the audience?
Well, every time that I write a show, I always want someone to leave knowing a little bit better, loving a little bit more, really kind of being more than they came. Every show that I've ever written always has that kind of message that secrets may be a part of everyone's life, but love should be an even greater part. And at the end of the day, what do we have but each other, and what do we have but love? And so if everyone can leave out of my shows being just a little bit more aware, just being a little bit more caring, a little bit more open, a little bit more courageous, that's what I want out of my work.
Any future endeavors?
Well, right now I'm working on a couple more pieces, hopefully to submit to the National Black Theater Festival for 2013. So hopefully the guys will get to see me back up there this year, tearing up the stage. In addition to that, I'm working on a 10 to 15 city college tour for one of my works. And so I'm really excited about working with colleges across the Southeast and about working with everyone and anyone that wants to see quality work done.
Well, thank you for joining us again today, Mr. Curtis, and thank you for watching at home. Remember, always dream big, stay positive, and express yourself. Take care.
Columbia Express Yourself is filmed before a live audience in Columbia, South Carolina. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, please call 803-708-1586. Columbia Express Yourself is an RPF production.
RPM.